Hello, my name is Benny and I am the Fool's Apprentice. Today is hashtag Saturday, and we have one from Jay over at Iridescent Tarot. It's a pretty good one. It's called hashtag one tarot deck, but really it's picking one tarot deck and one oracle deck, and that's it for the rest of your life. So let's see what I end up choosing. Let's roll that tape. And I am back. So Jay came up with this idea based on Katie Flowers' 10 decks, hashtag 10 decks you could only have. And I did a version of that called hashtag 5 decks saved from. And I've done saved from a fire, saved from a hurricane, saved from extinction, so forth and so on. And I thought 5 was hard. Here she's having us do 1, which, really kind of breaks down what you're really, really looking for in a deck that you would want to do forever. So what was important to me was ensuring that I had a deck that really had a lot of information that I could utilize in a card. I had a really good guidebook that was visually stimulating, that really kind of spoke to my aesthetic generally as a man. And right off the bat, I was able to, just even before I walked into my office where I keep my decks, I had already knocked out a whole bunch of them. Like, I knocked out all of the Baba Studio decks, which I was like, wow. The Spoiler Tarot, no. The Lobanco Tarot, that one went as well. The Healing Waves. What is it? The Botan Tarot and the Earth Tarot. So all of those were just all gone. And so it came down to 2 decks. And I really had a difficult time choosing between both these decks. But I ended up choosing the Terra Volatile as my deck that I would work with forever. And there were several reasons for that. A lot of reasons for it. One is I just think the artwork is absolutely stunning. I don't think there's a deck out there like this that I can recall. I just like the moodiness. I like the feel of it being a very serious deck that gives you a reading of what it is that you need to hear. There's a variation of colors, but the colors really go well together and they really speak to me. They have these lines, these circles, and a lot of them. Let's see if I can find some more. But I just find this deck to be really, really visually striking for me. Like, I look at this and there's just so much going on. You got the horses, you got this face, and then you got this person who looks female and male, just very androgynous. There's and the backs. The backs I like as well. They're not my favorites. But I like also the cardstock because the cardstock will last forever. I think it's a black core. It's easy to shuffle. Very easy to shuffle. And it keeps its shape. Look at that. Beautiful. I love that. I think it's stunning. It's beautiful. Oh, and you know what? Another reason I got this deck is because, see these lines? They mean something. I just haven't gotten to that part of the book yet. It's a deck that I could pick up every day and look at it every day and like it, except for the sunflower card. with a face inside of it. It has a face inside. But I could literally work with this deck every day. I enjoy playing with this deck. I like the fact that they have 3 different lovers cards in here. They got the 2 men, 2 women, and then a man and a woman to represent all different types of sexuality. I like that they have different cultures in here. I mean, it's just a very raw deck, and I really like that. I like this deck. You know, as a Buddhist, it just really speaks to me. But this is a beautiful, beautiful deck that I think I could read with men and women. I could read with young adults. It's probably not a deck I would read with children. I don't read for children, so that's not something I would do. But look at this guidebook. This guidebook is huge. And I like this version has everything the larger version has, except for the images. And on this one, this paper, you can highlight if you want to. This is a deck you will actually study. And that's one of the things I really liked, is that this is a deck that you could study for a lifetime and still continue to learn more. And here's the larger deck book. Let me pull it back. Oh, so we could see the whole thing. Look at that. It fits just perfectly. These are extra cards that came with it. But, so like the High Priestess, you could see the High Priestess there. It has all this information, the element, the planet, a quote, gives you a description of the High Priestess, gives you some history, shows you some other works of the High Priestess. It gives you the name of the artist, and a little description. It has the upright meaning and the reverse meaning. And it goes all, and it also does it with the minors. Same thing. You get upright, you got the picture, who painted it, you get various images. I mean, it's just a beautiful, beautiful book. And then on the back, it has vessels. That's another reason I picked this deck, is because I have a completely different suit, which would add to my tarot skills, to my tarot readings, which could take quite some time for a person like me, who just has a hard time grasping things sometimes. But I love the fact that there's an additional suit. Look at that. An additional suit that I could utilize if I wanted to. And then when you go to the back, you get some more images, and then you get spreads. They have this spread right here. And then they do a drawing, and then they provide you with a reading. And so they have several of these, and they're pretty complex, so that you can actually, learn from these as well. Learn how to create new spreads from these. So I think it's awesome that they have that. And then they have a bibliography. So if you wanted to learn more, you could go to the library or go on the internet and find these other documents, books, reference magazines, journals that help them create this deck. I love this deck. This is not a deck that it would ever leave my collection. It's in my top 3 of decks that I really love. So let me tell you, picking this one over the other one was tough, very tough. And the one that I struggled with in figuring out which one I wanted to work with is the Bone, Stone, and Earth indie version. And why I struggled is because of the artwork. Oh my gosh. The artwork here is so beautiful. Let me zoom in. The artwork here is so beautiful. There's a lot of information as well within the deck. I think it speaks to a masculine and feminine side of every human being. I like that there is a broad diversity of people. I love this Chariot card. This has always been one of my favorite Chariot cards with the Baba Studios, the Curious Creatures, I think it is, with the snail being the chariot. There's a lot of movement. There's just a lot that goes on in each and every one of these cards. And really, there's only one card that I don't like in this whole deck. So out of 78 cards, to only have one card that you don't like, that's a win. That's a big time win. But they're just so stunning. I just love this deck. This is a card I don't like. I just don't like it at all. But, and then what made it difficult also is because the book is a large book as well. So this is a deck that I could continue to learn from as well. And she also has spreads in this deck. Let's see, where are the spreads? At the beginning. So there's some spreads in this deck as well that can be utilized. And at the end, where are you? There's spreads in here, I promise. But she talks about what it's like in a reading, as a person, reversed. And then she has journal prompts, which I really like as well. So there's additional work that can be done. But where are has to be the front. Anyways, so that's what made the decision very difficult. And believe it or not, what made the difference for me was the cardstock. I do not believe that this cardstock would weather a lifetime of work compared to the Terra Volatile. The Terra Volatile is a black pour, keeps its shape well. I think if I bent this, it would actually bend and I'd have a crease. On this one, it would be much harder to do, but accidents happen. So when it was all said and done, that really was a deciding factor. I know that's very minor, right? Like the cardstock's the thing that made it. Yeah. Because if it's going to last me a lifetime, I need to make sure it lasts my lifetime. I don't have to use tape to keep it together. Now, she also, I'm about to sneeze. I feel my sneeze coming. It's coming. Oh my gosh. So, Terra Volatile. That's why I would pick that one. Now, it was much easier to pick the one oracle I would pick, and it's When Olga Speaks. This really just speaks to my heart. One of my favorite backs of all time. I just think this deck is so beautiful. It just packs an emotional punch that I just feel I just get it. Joy is a temple. Oh, I love that. It has one of my favorite oracle cards of all time, Ambiguous Grief, that just made such an impact on me and the work that I do with clients. I like that the words are very, like forgiveness can be very broad in the ways that you can forgive or receive forgiveness. And so I like that the words, can have my nuances in its meaning. I like the cardstock. I love the size of these. I think they're absolutely beautiful. I like that she has different archetypes in several cards. Oh, look at that. for each innocence. Yep. Because it's just, oh, this is one of my favorite cards in this deck. I just love how regal she is in here. I like the colors, you know, how muted they are, how they can encompass, like, oh, look at that. This is just really a really amazing work. Ease, negation, exposed. Oh, I could look at this deck every day. So that's another thing. Oh, this is one of my favorites because of the coloring. So that's another criteria. Can I look at this deck every day if I used it every day? Now, I really do like her guidebook quite a bit. So she has spreads in these. I like that she has this little section so you could put, like I would put my great grandmother's picture right here. So she has the table of contents with each archetype and then the pages. Then she has a spread for each archetype. So for me, I would end up putting I would shuffle the Elders cards, put one there, and then I would use a tarot deck for me, which would be the Tarot Volatile. And then she talks about the Elder, describes the Elder, and then talks about the card meanings. So does that through the whole deck. So that's another reason I really like this, because I think the guidebook really provides a lot of information that I would be able to utilize for a very, very long time. That was an easy pick for me. But a close second would have been the Connected and Free. One reason I didn't pick it is because there's a lot of chakra cards. I don't do chakra readings. Excuse me. The guidebook is good, but it doesn't provide me a lot of information for the long haul. But this deck is so versatile. I can use this with so many decks. I like the images. I like the colors. Really love the keywords in these. Here's another chakra card. I just, from the moment I saw it, I love this. No knowing. It just makes me feel good. This is a feel good deck. Even here. So it didn't have the criteria of being, and that's another thing. I honestly don't know if I could look at this deck every day as much as I really do like it. So, but that was a close second because I use this one quite a bit. So I have not put these together side by side. So let's see what that looks like. Let's see what that looks like. Will it work together? Maybe. Not really. No. No. They won't work together for me. However, I still would use them together. But more than likely, I would use them separately. But if it's my only deck and my only oracle, and I use oracles with tarot, they would work together because I got no other choice. So those are my choices. I'm curious to hear what you think about the choices I made. If you would agree or disagree based on how you know me through YouTube. But I think these are really, really good choices for the long haul. Let me know what you think. Let me know what two decks you would end up choosing, one Oracle and one Tarot deck. And until next time, my name is Benny and I am the Fool's Apprentice. Bye, guys.